This was supposed to be an encounter between the two best teams of the IPL, but what have we witnessed? Usually in our Indian tradition, 101 is a shagun. You give 101 ka shagun. But dare I say, this doesn't look like to be an auspicious total that Punjab have gotten. So many questions going through my mind. And here we were predicting it'll be a close encounter, 45, 55, 51, 49, whatever, whichever side you were on, but you expected a good contest. And, these are games like this that really humble you sometimes because, everyone was predicting. We had a viewer predict 225, 205, 210, 220, whatever. Those were the predictions. 101 playing at home is what Punjab Kings have managed in what has been an outstanding bowling and fielding effort from the Royal Challengers Bengaluru. To give credit where credit is due, Shashwat's gut. I think your gut seems to do better than your head. You should follow your gut more often.
No. But my prediction score was also correct. I predicted the whole match 203 runs will be scored.
Whole match
I was talking about 203. In that sense, I'm absolutely on spot with it.
I thought you said Punjab.
No. But today, like I was mentioning in the pre-show as well, the moment I woke up and my eyes opened, the first thought on my mind, I remember
so you basically, I'm just trying to think, you woke up,
I opened my eye, the ceiling.
The ceiling was like red. Virat, RCB, everything is...
I very evidently remember that scene. I woke up, it was mid-afternoon, light was coming in.
Mid-afternoon?
Afternoon only, because 5 shift, we got 2 hours before the shift. So he leaves late. I woke up and the first thing that came to my mind was RCB. And that was the moment when I knew that today is going to be RCB. That's why when I came, I was wearing the colors of RCB as well. So as soon as I came, I knew that there will be lots of questions on my prediction. That's why I didn't say anything upstairs also. Here only when you asked first time, I told you here. Before this also, even Shivam has that reaction because he also got surprised. I didn't say anything. From within, I was shocked.
You're basically is a Baba Antaryami. Maybe next time Virat and Anushka will visit you also. To ask about what is
this too has been a very bad capitulation, but in the long perspective, what I was also thinking was that I thought that this ground is not going to suit the Punjab Kings batters that much because it isn't in their radar in that sense. We've seen somebody was pointing it out as well that 177 is the maximum chase done over here. I still have confidence in in the Punjab Kings. I think it's just an off day.
In this match?
No, not this match.
I was almost shocked.
I was like, you clarify.
They can still win it.
Not that to tell us at the end of the game what confidence. To tell us now.
RCB today, absolutely, they have shell-shocked Punjab Kings. Punjab looked a little. I'll be very honest. They did not. Lots of people will assume that they panicked because a big day, but at the end of the day, it wasn't a knockout. So I didn't see them panicking in that sense. But I think just terrific bowling from RCB today. Hazlewood, like you also have been saying, I also believe in that totally. That if he's in the 11, that just suddenly gets very, very strong. And Suyash as well. Today stepped up, did not have a couple of good games. Since the mid-season till now, he was sort of, in that sense was a little off color. But today, he saw the ball was turning and he absolutely had no other option and he absolutely bamboozled. But I feel a little bad for Mushir Khan though, that he had to be put in such a situation and he wasn't able to leave an impact. But then I think, again, RCB with their bowling was absolutely spot on. And Punjab Kings, that attitude that they have of continuing hitting the ball, that did not work for them today. That went against them because even at that point, Shreyas was going for his shots, Stoinis was going for his shots, Badera was going for his shots, Shashank was going for his shots. It just didn't work today. So that's okay. Aberration.
I mean, when you actually go down like 9 pins, you and KKR do become twins. That's the only thing I'll start with. I don't know what to say about this Punjab Kings batting. Is it like more of a poor batting, stuff that they have presented, or is it more of RCB sticking to their plans, Suyash Sharma, bringing in those wrong ones, because I think let's just be very honest here, there were a few shots that were unwarranted. Shashank Singh, clearly he was all over the sea. What he was doing, I could not really understand at all. Mushir Khan, I think it's tough to bring him in such kind of a situation. He made his debut, if I'm not wrong, his IPL debut. When Shreyas Iyer, I think, falling to Josh Hazlewood, it's probably become a trend now. Happened on 19th of November also, has happened after that in the IPL, and now, once again here. I think it's just down to some poor batting and some calculative bowling display. They were spot on with the plans, and despite, Shashwat and I having a chat about the fact that why was Hazlewood being used as a, first change bowler, why was he not brought in as a new bowler, I think still RCB have managed to pull off a great performance.
Yeah, Yash, they all did the job. Bhuvneshwar Kumar did the job. So really, you can't fault the RCB team. Of course, the man who was in the center of all of this was Virat Kohli, even though he didn't have the ball. No, he was so pumped up here after everything. And I could hear his audio also. Throughout the match, his audio. Or dal, isko choti dal, are heartland dal, this, aega, ha, everything he was doing. Like, you do that now.
You didn't even need Krunal.
One miss.
One over.
I think he was hit for a 6, na?
Oh, so you.
No, but that doesn't matter. The Virat was the, like you have a captain, maybe anyone. You have that leader of the band now who tells how to play the symphony. He was like that. So excited. He was in the batsman's ear, telling them, oh, missed the ball. Like that. He was doing very excited. But yeah, overall, see again, while this is not the easiest pitch to bat on, while RCB bowled very well, which I said at the start, but you have to question the kind of batting display that Punjab put together. And see, this is where the problem is when you have inexperienced openers. See, when the going is good, they will play attacking cricket and they'll win. But what is the job of the openers? The job of the openers is to assess conditions. Why is it the opener slot very important? Because you trust players who understand situation and bat accordingly, and they are the ones who actually then send the message out to the rest of the team that this is the track, this is how you need to bat on, and then the rest of them follow. So they are, in that sense, openers, not only do they give you a start or a base, but also give you an indication as to how the rest of the batting team needs to go on. And I think that's where, when you have a young opening partnership which will always play attacking cricket, when they need to readjust, like I'm just trying to think, let's say if there was a Shubman Gill and a Sai Sudarshan on this pitch, they wouldn't have batted like this. They send a message out to the team that this, or for example, even when Virat will come out to bat, he'll use his experience, he'll know this is not the pitch, then I need to be batting at a 150 strike rate, which he probably did when he was playing against LSG. Here he would have, if they were batting first, he would have batted differently, and with that, the rest of the batters then follow. With this, Punjab started like that, and you thought, oh, unlucky, okay, Priyansh unlucky, gets out of that. But Prabh Simran, the way he got out, I don't think that's the correct way. Okay, fine, you've got your boundaries, but you have to find a way. You have to find that balance between attack and defense. You cannot be thinking I have to get to 250. Ditto for someone like a Shreyas Iyer, the way he got out, or a Shashank Singh, majority of the wickets. My point is that that by then, that this may not be a 200 pitch, but let me get to 170. And you can get to 170 even if you've lost 3 wickets in the start. Even if you are 36 for 4, they were 38 for 4 or 36 for 4, something like that. Even from there, if you reconfigure, readjust, 38 for 4 you are, and you decide, no boss, next gear, and from there on you bat the remaining overs in a different gear, not the 6th gear but in 3rd, 4th gear, you will get to 150, 60, 70, which can be a competitive total. But what you did, it also probably is a reflection. It's the times that we live in, where a lot of them are just born and brought up on T20 cricket and probably don't know any other way to attack. It looks very good. It looks a nice deep batting order on an occasion when you have a flat batting conditions and you go through. But today it was quite embarrassing. I mean, again, as I say, this is qualifier 1. We deserve the highest quality of cricket. Yes, one team will win, one will lose. As we said in our pre-match show, it's very close. Some went with RCB, some with PBKS, but whoever went with whoever, the margins were 1 or 2% here and there. But this I don't think. I know a lot of people will say 111 they defended, but I don't know. Does anyone have faith in them defending?
No,
But
absolutely
the only
not.
a couple of things which I feel over here is that, see, Punjab Kings have followed this template all throughout the season. Despite them losing wickets, they've continued to play aggressive cricket, and I think they stuck to that as well even today. It was this approach in the Chennai Super Kings game that helped them win, where Priyansh Arya hit that century, where they were at the very similar position when they were 58 for 5, if I'm not wrong. In
CSK
that
game.
CSK
Yeah.
game. So they won the game on a very similar situation, and today also I think they were trying to do exactly that. Shreyas Iyer, Shashank Singh, Nihal Vadera, all of them were going for
That
that
is,
slot.
I'm sorry,
They
that's
should have
not how
reassessed a little
cricket
bit.
is played. If cricket has to be played like this, that this is my approach, this is how I will bat, then you might as well not have that.
Resistance from the middle.
No, you have to bat according to conditions. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't think if RCB were batting first today, they would have batted in this fashion. They are also a team that have chased 200 plus recently, the third highest record chase. So it's not that that's not a team that can get there. But today, if they were batting first, they would have batted differently. And that's the difference between
Difference would have
teams
been
that win and teams that lose. That's where the
RCB would
experience
have
is.
gone for 200 runs. Punjab was going for 220, 230. I think that 20-30 runs difference.
No, Punjab
that
would
in
have
itself.
changed, RCB would have changed that as well. If they found that the pitch is not good enough to be batting like that. If you're going to have that one set mentality, you will be like SRH where you were. Not even qualify for top 4 despite having such an outstanding team.
Are you seeing this
Teams that innovate, that understand, that win, whether it is Chennai that has won 5 titles, whether it's Mumbai who's won 5 titles, whether it's Kolkata, you take a look at all their campaigns. Those were teams that could adapt. They weren't teams that closed their eyes and batted in one way. They were teams that could adapt differently. And what Punjab showed today, I'm not saying that this team cannot adapt, but at least what they showed today was...
But I just sort of figured out a trend in my head at this point also. Last year we saw Sunrisers playing this up with approach, and this worked for them all throughout the season. But as soon as they went into the playoffs, things started to fall the same way like we are seeing for Punjab Kings, where they weren't even able to get to competitive totals in that sense. So is it, do you think that in the final such teams are coming in with the fear of failure, and maybe that's why they're not able to do that, because it's working for them all throughout the season. It worked for Sunrisers also all throughout the season. Punjab also, it worked all throughout the season. But as soon as they reached the qualifiers, even Sunrisers Hyderabad, they were getting to 120, 115, and now Punjab Kings, they have bundled up for 101. Is it that in the final suddenly that fear of failure comes in? That is why you're not able to do it, because all throughout the season
You
that's
just
not
said
there.
there's no fear of failure in this game. This is just
But
then
no,
how...
they stuck.
They are playing with the same
Are
approach.
they believing the same way in themselves? They're not changing the approach, because that is something that they've stuck to.
No,
It's working. If it deep down is a player, then
I
player is going in. Is
think
he a little skeptical?
each team has to go. See, the teams that do well are the teams that don't take any game separately, in the sense that I understand where Punjab comes from. They said that, listen, this is our opportunity, nothing much to lose, we'll get another shot. So just bat the other team out. I'm thinking that's the approach. And, very Australian, like they're on the biggest day, play the best sort of cricket. But then I don't think this was the pitch to play that. That's why I'm saying that's why some sort of smart batting comes. An intelligent player here and there, an experienced player here and there would have changed it. I'm not saying change it drastically, but change it a little bit. Give yourself some chance. You can't be, okay, either I'll get 200 or I'll get bundled out for 100. You never know. A 170, which they could have, even if they changed midway, could have been a winning total.
Maybe if that, I feel that I saw it with Shreyas Iyer, that maybe he was trying to change that template a little bit, but things just kept on moving so quickly, and Hazlewood was so spot on with his
But that's
plan
not the shot that
to
Shreyas played.
Iyer. No,
That's not the
shot on at all.
Plan with which Josh Hazlewood started to bowl to Shreyas Iyer continuously, that hard length, I think that...
So
and
take your time. That's what I'm saying. Take your time. Wait for it. They are going to bowl like that. They know that's his weakness. Take your time. Play him out. Take some singles. There's a lot of time. Shreyas is a batter who, even if he gets last 5 overs, can
10
turn
overs
the game.
they've managed to play just 12 or...
I'm saying it is actually criminal on a big game like this that you don't play 6 overs. That should not be the case at no matter what conditions. Even if you're playing in Headingley, Leeds, green pitch, red, Duke's ball, even then 20 overs you should be able to bat. And whatever runs come on the board is fine. You folded up with
I
that
think which
much.
brings me to a question or maybe a point here that Punjab Kings, I think you mentioned during the previous discussion that they had specifically asked for a pitch with some kind of
Bounce.
I think it has backfired.
Yeah. And my point is, if you know that that's the case, if you know, then don't aim at 220, Then change that approach, in a tough
turning
pitch.
as well.
That's what I'm saying. So
160 would have been enough
so
then,
that
yeah.
takes me to the question: don't you have your batting order is supposed to do that, assess the condition when you're playing. So if you have assessed the condition, you're trying to play like that, but then Hazlewood bowls a spell, bowled in Adelaide, pink ball, whatever, you can take it. That unplayable. What do you do? But that wasn't the case. I can think of 5 to 6 dismissals that you are in no frame, wickets are falling at a rapid pace and you are trying to clear the boundary. That I think is a bit of a problem. Anyway, just getting to the question, does anyone think they can pull off on the same ground what they pulled off against KKR?
I'm just giving like RCB, PBKS a 4% chance. And
4, very specific.
And 4 to 5% chance maybe. The only point here is that assuming, and that's a big assumption that I'm making, that assuming RCB are 20 for 4 after 4 overs, then I'm saying it's game on. But no, 4 overs, 40 for 1 or 2, RCB are winning.
RCB know how to play now. They don't have to challenge
They just have to
anything.
play
They don't have. They will
percentage cricket, that's it.
exactly.
In Salt, he gives a couple of fiery, overs. It's job
I'm
done.
saying if RCB is all 20 for 5 and Virat Kohli is still there, they'll still win it.
Absolutely. I'm giving them
20 for 5, it's game on.
No,
then.
if Virat
If
Kohli is
that
there at
happens.
20 for 5 also, if Virat Kohli is there. 101 runs Gulati.
Boss, it is
Gulati said, Virat
it's a
Kohli, you
qualifier
wake
one.
him up. Virat Kohli, you wake him up at
this
3 a.m.
total.
at night. He'll score you those
This
runs.
total. This
Yeah,
total.
this total Virat Kohli at this point he'll be thinking that
I will
I'll
give
play
them.
alone.
I would have given them 0, but there is a rule here. We never give any 0 because never know. So I'll give 1% chance. And that freak thing can happen, but 99% it is RCB moving to Narendra Modi Stadium in Ahmedabad, and Mumbai and
Both teams are moving
Gujarat.
to Narendra Modi Stadium.
They will also have. Second game is also there.
There's obviously a bowler in the PBKS ranks who has made Kohli's money, although in a different format. Kyle Jamieson.
No, even Harpreet Barar for that matter.
Yeah.
No
But
chance.
I expect Jamieson and Arshdeep
No
to start
chance.
the
Just be
proceedings.
prepared. I hope that
They finish it fast.
No, what if this game, our party that was to be happening, our office party could have happened today, then we would have gotten free.
No,
But that's not-
which will finish earlier, this or and that IPL 2024 final? That I think finished around 10:30, if I'm not wrong.
No, it finished so at late
10:15.
because they delayed the post-match ceremony.
But we don't care about the post-match ceremony.
Can this beat that record?
This will finish very fast.
Let's see.
Dhanush is saying Coach Andy Flower won first ICC trophy
2009.
For England.
2010, sorry, West
These
Indies.
people need to remember that today they are not winning the IPL RCB yet. They're just winning the qualifier.
Rakesh Bhushan has a
Different
comment.
venue, different day, different gut feeling.
Loose shot by Punjab. Priyank should understand this is not a league game. Insane shot, not leaning forward properly as he's an opener. He needs to have set the tone. Shashank, why the hurry?
Yeah, hard to fathom. Exactly, Rakesh. Exactly the points that we touched upon as well.
Shashank had a very good opportunity today to, in fact, show that he has that other game as well, where he could suddenly have come very ahead in that pecking order for the Indian team also. If today he would have stuck there.
Another comment by Rakesh Bhushan. Shreyas won it for Veer once. Will he win it for Zara? Today he looked arrogant. Why was he charging towards Hazlewood?
Exactly.
Punjab did not look to bat 20 overs. Had they, who knows, 150 plus in a crunch situation would have given them an edge.
Correct. Again, I'll take you back to that World Cup final.
Yeah.
Virat batted in a different game. You were in the game. You were alive in the game towards the end. I know Dubey played a hand and Akshar played a hand, but you needed someone to at that moment change the gear and just keep you in the game. Keep you in the game till the end. And what happened in the end? On a good batting track, South Africa choked. You never know. Pressure, big games, what can happen?
Last comment, Shubham Garg is saying Shreyas does not get out to short ball now, but he remains on back foot against tall bowlers to counter short ball, then does front foot press on back foot.
Yeah, but today was a no man's land. He was very.
No, but I think that's also not. I personally feel that used to be the case earlier when he used to be seen waiting for that short ball. I remember the World Cup final also. There also ODI where he was waiting for the short ball and got out because of that. But now I think he has worked on that a lot.
Chalo, we'll take your leave. Thank you very much.
We'll be back very soon.
Yeah, we'll be back soon. Ramachandran is saying, I don't expect smartness from a team who plays 6 uncapped and 3 new international players. I'm happy with whatever progress they do. This is the team for the future, next 3 years.
No, neither is Punjab losing the IPL today, nor is RCB winning the IPL today. So not from tomorrow, it will start.
Okay, see you guys. Bye-bye. We want to watch Virat Kohli bat. So, we'll be back. End of the game. Very soon it's going to be. So, see you then. Bye-bye.